Welcome to Fat Over 40. My name's Miles, and in this episode we're going to look at my 1,000-pound challenge. Now, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. There's a new film every single Friday, and if you like what you hear, then give us a thumbs up. More importantly, make a comment down below and let me know if you've tried the 1,000-pound challenge. So, I turned 45, I know, as I was reminded, halfway to 90. But I wanted to set myself a birthday challenge to really sort of push myself and to, reassure myself, I guess. I know I'm getting older, but that I've still got it. So the 1,000-pound challenge, it's basically built up of the 3 powerlifting disciplines of high bar back squat, bench press and deadlift. And it's your accumulative score from your 1 RM of each of those disciplines. So that's adding up to a total in excess of 1,000 pounds or 453.5 kilos. Now, I knew I was sort of close if I added up all of my 1 RMs. I think I was about 10 kilos short. So so I was excited to see if I could PB and break that 1,000-pound mark. I recorded my heaviest lifts. I'm going to do some voiceover to these lifts to describe sort of how I felt. I nearly sort of snapped myself in half halfway through my back squatting, and maybe I should have approached my lifts maybe in a different order. Maybe I'd have done a bit better or done a bit worse, who knows, but we'll see how I get on at the end. So here we are down Lift Off CrossFit. I asked Coach Tom if he could give me some sort of sets to warm up, so he built me some ladders up to where my PBs were. You start off with a few more reps at the bottom while the weights are light, and then as you move up towards your PB you just get down to single reps. And there we go, there's the date, Saturday the 19th of November 2016. Here we go. So I'm starting off here at 140. Again, it's starting to sort of feel quite heavy. I've been doing 130 for 5 sets of 5 recently. So 140 should be pretty easy, and it was. Moving up now to 150. My last PB was 155. So this is starting to get towards failure territory for me. But again, feeling pretty confident, and a little bit of a struggle pushing that back up again, but that was a relatively easy 150. So this was to equal my previous PB. I do keep the belt on. I've had a bad back in the last sort of year or so, so just more of a precaution than anything else. Yep, there we go, nice and easy, equaled my last PB, smacked the weights on the upright, really pushed me back, that threw me out quite a bit there. So here we go, moving up to 160, so this would be a new PB for me. As I pulled this off the rack, it did feel blinking heavy, I can tell you. Big deep breath in, hold everything as tight as possible, and almost crushed myself in half. Seriously, as I went down there, here's a little slow-mo. My head, I think I should have had my head up higher. You can see my nipples almost touch my knees. I basically just felt the weight pushing me down and forward. I didn't take things slow enough on my way down really, and keep myself tight enough. So my coaches had a word with me. They said, look, big deep breath in, hold everything in and go down nice and slow, which I did. Got stuck and managed to pull myself up. So there we go, a new PB. 160, and it was great. I mean, the boys there congratulating me, which was fantastic. It was great to have some support. So here we go, pushing it even further. I wanted to get as much on the board as I could. This is 162.5, and again, nice and slow down. And I got it back up. I mean, I think I probably had more in me, but the boys were like, look, move on to your next one. Woo! Okay, so if you look here, on the left-hand side is my fail. You can see how much lower I am and how much I'm sort of tilted forward. In the right-hand side, you can see how my neck and head is sort of stretching a bit more upright. Just wanted to sort of show you that to make some comparisons. So the 453.5 total, my back squat was 162. We sort of take that away, and it leaves me with what's left. So moving on to my bench press now. This is an opener for 90.
I've had a little bit of a bad shoulder of late. I asked Anthony if he'd come and sort of spot me here at 95. 95 seemed to go up reasonably well, actually. Moving on to 100. And again, I sort of started to sort of feel this in my shoulder. But at 100, again, big deep breath in and pushed it out. Managed to squeeze it out quite easily. And this is my old PB, 102.5. And to be honest with you, I found this okay. A little bit of a struggle towards the end. I probably had a few more kilos in me. But again, the coaches were like, look, don't risk injury on what was already a dodgy arm. So anyway, you can see I managed to equal my PB on a bench at 102.5. And that was another 100 kilos off of the target. So, last discipline, the deadlift. This was my opener at 150. We're currently doing sort of like 140, 5 sets of 5 at the moment in class. So 150 should be okay. No belt on. I'm trying to work on my posture. I'm trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together, trying to keep my back as flat as possible. Here we go, 160 kilos. I'll do some conversions on screen here in terms of the pounds. It's a 1,000-pound challenge after all, but we work in kilos. This is 170. My previous PB was 190, but that was over sort of 8, 9, 10 months ago, I think, before I tweaked my back in March. So again, it was a bit of a struggle off the floor, but that's what you expect at 170 kilos. And then we move on to 180. So put the belt on as I felt I needed to have a little bit of comfort in that. Rounded me back at the top a little bit there, but by this stage I'm pretty tired. Psyched myself up for another go. A lot of shouting going on in the background, or in the foreground I should say. Yeah, and squeeze, come on, go on. No, it just wasn't happening. Okay, so I managed to get to 170 on my deadlift, which left me short of 18.5 kilos of my 1,000-pound challenge. But look, 45 tomorrow, it definitely sets the bar, and I'll come back and definitely do it again.
So there we go. I failed to hit my 1,000-pound target. I was 40.7 pounds short of the 1,000 pounds, or 18.5 kilos short of the 1,000-pound target. I was quite disappointed, but look, I managed to PB my back squat, I equaled my bench. I was disappointed with my deadlift, but maybe I should have done my deadlift first. You know, that's something that I'll learn for next time. When will next time be? Look, I don't know. It won't be very soon. I'll give myself a chance to work up certainly my deadlift capacity and get myself up there before I try it again. Maybe it'll be another year. Who knows? Maybe I'll try it on my 46th birthday. Now, if you haven't seen my video about CrossFit, then click on it here, and if you want to catch up with this other video here, but have you subscribed? If not, hit the button here and get involved. If you make one change this week, why don't you try the 1,000-pound challenge and you won't die fat.